Hey guys, this is Bill from Fit and 50 Plus. Man, it has been ages since I posted a video, and now that 2019 is here, I wanted to discuss some of the shoes that came out in 2018 that took us all by surprise. So the title of this video is going to be "Please Don't F these shoes up," because they were perfect as is. With that, let's cut to the chase and start talking about some running shoes from 2018 that I hope stay largely the same in 2019. Okay, so I don't want to sound like a broken record, but next up are the Hoka Napolis, and broken record meaning that originally these were only available at the running warehouse. They were made special for them, and they weren't intended to be a hit, but unfortunately they made these things so well that they were a hit. And now Hoka actually offers these through their own website because they saw the possibility to make some cash. You can get these things on clearance now at Running Warehouse or on the Hoka website for really cheap. I think, I don't know, 75 bucks, 78 bucks, something like that. That's what I picked these things up for. Extremely light, very similar to the Clifton 3s. Great cushioning. What do they call it? Cushioning versus the heel height versus the weight ratio is just amazing on these things. I really like them on my foot in terms of the weight and the way that they feel as far as the squishiness is concerned. I think Hoka for 2019 is coming out with a new model, a brand new model shoe. Saw it on one of the other websites. I can't recall the name right off the top, but I do know that in attending the expo at the Run Disney Weekend Marathon, they said that there isn't an intention to come out with anything like this again for 2019 as far as the Napoli is concerned. So that's kind of unfortunate, but maybe that new model that's due out the middle of the year will be similar to this. The one downside to these shoes that I will say is that they don't come in a wide, unlike the new Cliftons and the new Bondis, the 6 and the Clifton 5. These only come in one width, and I have somewhat of a bunion on one of my feet, and they do run a little bit narrow. Nothing that I can't tolerate with some padding, but overall, like I said, these things, as far as bang for your buck, especially now that you can get them for about 75 bucks, I would stock up on these suckers and you are not going to be disappointed. Okay, this is the Skechers Go Run Ride 7. The ones you're looking at right here are the special New York Marathon edition. I picked these up, honestly, because I really like the color scheme. I thought that the black with the, I don't know, I'll call it lime or yellow, it's like a bright yellow, really looked cool. Much cooler than what you can get from just the base models. I know that they might have some other models out there right now, but these shoes really are, I mean, they're not advertised as a max cushion shoe, but I did 6 miles in these today as a recovery run because I went out and I did 11 in what I'm going to show you guys next. But these were my recovery runs, and every single step was literally like walking on pillows. I know that they have the Go Max 3, the Go Run Max 3 Ultras, I think, which are considered to be their max cushion shoe, but I really can't see a difference in these things. These things literally are like running on pillows. They're a great shoe. $94 is their MSRP. You know, if you can get them on, get a sale on them. I picked these ones up for about $74 with a coupon that I got from shoes.com, and you will not be disappointed. They're great for recovery runs. They're great for even long distance. I would even beckon to say that you could run a half or a full marathon in these easily if they fit your foot shape properly. And then the other thing that's really cool about this is that they have a removable sock liner. And if you want to get a snappy ride out of them, they actually have, you can't see it there unfortunately, but they've got a built-in sock liner, and when you take them out and run in those, it really gives you a lot of response. So you can do some speed work in these as well. I personally use these exclusively for recovery runs. I've got about 50 miles on them right now, and I use them the day after my long runs. I usually do my long runs on the weekends, and on that Monday after the long run, I'll put these on and I just kind of coast through a nice easy recovery, and these things work great for that. Okay, finally, hands down, my favorite shoe of 2018, and I've already seen pictures of the 2019 V2 version, but these are the New Balance Beacons. The V2s, I'm really nervous that they're going to screw this up, but these shoes are absolutely phenomenal. I have to tell you that I've never paid the $119.99 full price for these shoes. I've purchased 2 pairs for myself, one for my youngest son, one for my oldest son, and the most I've ever paid is $83, just from different coupons and different sales and that type of thing. But if they all went away, I would gladly pay the $120. These shoes can do everything. I wear an 11.5 2E, which they come in, thankfully, and they are extremely light. This upper is extremely soft and forgiving. Like I said, I have bunions, and I don't feel a thing when I wear these. They really just they just wrap around my foot, and I forget that they're there, which is the best compliment you can ever give a shoe. I've got 285 miles on these shoes right now, and I know a lot of people were concerned about the outer when these things first came out, and as you can see, 280 miles. I've got wear. I got wear right here. This is one of the blown rubber outsoles, and you can see that that's worn out a little bit. This one hasn't really been touched. None of the forefoot has been touched. My wear pattern is usually right along the outside, and there's a little wear there, and then you see a little toe off wear up here. But I gotta tell you, I wore these for my long run yesterday. I did 11 miles in these things, and my feet have never felt better. Now, I have other pairs of these that I've gotten reserved because I'm afraid that they're going to screw these things up and change them and whatnot. As a matter of fact, these are my most recent ones. I wore these recently for the Walt Disney World Half Marathon, where I set my PR in the half marathon. And when you look at the outsole, if you do a comparison, I know it's not going to show up necessarily on camera, but these, which I use for training, have broken down. You can see the wrinkles and that type of thing, but honestly, they really feel great still to run in. I have no issues whatsoever. I personally think I'm going to get, I don't know, 400 miles out of these things. I spoke to the rep at the expo at the Disney Half Marathon, the Disney Marathon weekend, and they said that initially they intended these things to only work for 250 miles, but they were surprised that people were getting 350, 450 miles. And quite frankly, I'm going to buy up as many of these things as I can and just hold them until the reviews for the V2s come out, because I'm nervous that the V2s aren't going to be the same as these. I've already seen the pictures. They look like the upper is more structured. It's got that funky Nike elf-like heel thing going on, which I really don't like. And I'm just hoping that, you know, as far as the feel and the fit is concerned, that they remain largely the same. So, what does all this mean? Well, basically, what all this means is that if your feet tend to be on the wider side, you might have some bunions, a little deformity. They may not be the perfect, slender running feet. If you're a normal guy, like me, I would suggest that if you liked any of the shoes that I just discussed in 2018, you go out and you buy them all in 2019 on discount and forget about any of the new stuff that comes out until you hear the reviews from the reputable reviewers. Because quite honestly, you can never be too happy with your shoes, and if you find something that strikes it with you, like for me specifically the Beacons and the Skechers Go Run Ride 7s, you know what? You're never going to be happier than when you first put on a pair of shoes that just feel silky smooth and do the job for you. You don't want to be that person that 3 years from now bitches about the fact that Hoka screwed up the Clifton 1 and why is the Clifton 3, the Clifton 4, the Clifton 5 not the Clifton 1. You want to have an ample supply, and quite frankly, for a lot of the shoes that I just discussed, you can go out, you can get them pretty cheap, and you probably will be able to for the next several months before the new models come out and all these 2018 models disappear on clearance. So hopefully this helped you out a little bit. If so, give me a thumbs up. Again, this is Bill from Fit and 50 Plus, and I apologize for not putting out there new content recently. I intend to do so. Next up will probably be some technology related content that I'll put out there regarding what I used for 2018 long term and how it worked out for me. So have a great day, and I look forward to your comments. Bye.